Did you know that the warehouse goes on forever? Not any sort of hyperbolic forever, as in, God, this road goes on forever, or my lecturer rambles on forever. It's the real kind of forever, the kind only mathematicians and physicists talk about. The kind of forever found at the bottom of a black hole or at the end of the number line. Left, right, up, down. No exit, no entrance. Just halls upon halls, towering storage houses and bottomless flights of stairs. A place to dwell, eternally, and to think. To observe as time passes interminably. If silence could scream, it would sound like this. Well, some places are quieter than others. Is that water I hear? Do you hear that? Where is it coming from? And where is it going? The warehouse keeps its secrets hidden deep within the walls and stolen away in leaden pipes. Why are you here, warehouse? How did we get inside? Is there such a thing as inside? If everything is inside, we might as well not say they're inside. Definitions are only useful, after all, if there is something to define against. I'm pretty sure there's no outside. What's inside these cardboard boxes? They're everywhere, big and small, heavy and light. What mysteries do they hold? Ah, a ball. Oh, where did it go? It has to be around here somewhere. There it is. Oh, it's gone again. Sneaky ball, sneaky warehouse, playing games with us, no doubt. The king of the jungle. He's looking rather depressed nowadays. Chin up, Leo. You're not the only one that has problems. Toys upon toys, toys everywhere. Every toy that ever was, and is, and ever could be. And not a child in sight. Is a toy still a toy when there's no one to call it that? Is a shelf still a shelf? A box still a box? The treachery of images, said a Belgian man one time. an elevator. You know, a thought just occurred to me. If this elevator suddenly malfunctioned and began free-falling down the shaft, it would never, ever stop. It would just keep on falling, gaining speed, forever and ever. I'll keep my thoughts to myself from now on, shall I? Oh, you're back for more fun, are you? We're not here to play with you. We're here for something else. I did say there were no children, but this was not entirely true. You may contest that this thing is nowhere close to a child, but consider its disproportionately large head, its bulbous eyes. Observe how it crawls with great effort on all fours. The pathetic picture before us can be nothing except that of a weak, frightened, slithering child. A deformative child, perhaps? One considerably larger than the standard? Certainly. But if a toy is a toy, a shelf is a shelf, a box is a box, then this, dear friend, is the very definition of a child. No more, no less. And aside from itself, you will find no one and no thing in this world that raspingly breathes and effortfully crawls as it does. You heard that right. We could scour ad infinitum, and these narrow halls would provide no relief to our search for any other living thing, even so much as a rat or a cockroach, even so much as a moth making love to a light bulb. In all directions, on all floors, the warehouse was a dead zone for time immemorial. Then, one day, poof, out of nowhere, this thing, the child, appeared. It agonizingly grew into a rat thing, then something resembling a salamander. Then it grew ever more into the shape of a lamb. The growing stopped just short of the first year, when the child was big as an adolescent human. The growing had been just as callous as the birth. Every inch gained came with magnitudes of pain. The end result could hardly be called complete. All over, its skin is as delicate as clay. Lumps and harsh sores boil up and blurt out of the surface like molten rock bubbling in slow motion. Here and there, an exposed artery and even sensory nerves penetrate the skin. If the child has DNA, then the code is damaged. This is not the work of a careful creator or tried and tested evolutionary process. This thing grew in all directions, without sense of purpose. Protective layers of hard skin are entirely absent, particularly around the forearms and legs, with which the sorry creature scuffles across the ground, slowly and painfully. Skin retching from its tissue, scars burying deep into the flesh. These parts were made numb long ago after countless years of crawling and scraping against rigid concrete. Each stride is made all the more difficult by the thick flesh that blends the thighs into the buttocks and the upper arms into the chest. The child is in pain, a pain the likes of which you and I rarely feel. A pain that starts in one place and radiates outwards until it encompasses you all over. A pain that makes you wonder, however briefly, if life is truly worth living. How many happy moments is a single instant of pain worth? How happy does one have to be to justify the agony of pure survival? The child has no mother, as much as it might cry out for one. Life whimpers and screams for a reason. We cry when we want comfort and reprieve. In a concrete universe where life begins and ends with the child, its wailing is utterly senseless. There are no others. The primal urge to cry is just a joke. You can cry all you like, you silly little thing. Cry all you like. The child crawls with great agony over days and weeks, over months and years. The hum of fluorescence are its day and night ambience. The trickle of distant water are its nursery rhymes. Place and time blur together. A stroll that might take a minute for you could take the child a day's work of dragging and clambering. Sometimes a door is only open halfway. To heave it takes several hours, and that's if it is not rusted into place. Stairs are a cruel game the warehouse likes to play with the child. Long, long hallways are another. A hallway like this would take the child something like a month to traverse. Endless days of monotony. Imagine you had to walk the length of a corridor, but you were only permitted by some biological quirk to take one step every day. Sometimes the warehouse likes to be especially nasty. This hallway is a dead end. Now, I know what you're thinking. In a world full of toys, how could this poor thing be so miserable? Surely it is every child's dream to be all alone in a universe of play. No bedtime, no teachers, just endless, endless fun. That, dear friend, is for a very good reason. You see, this decrepit creature has eyes for one, and only one toy. The only thing it truly considers its own. The only source of comfort in a life of cold stone and flaking metal. And the bond the child shares with this toy is so profound that at any given moment, the creature knows instinctively where its toy is. This toy could be 1,000,000 miles away, but the child can sense it, can hear it. And my God, the child needs it. It's funny, the little things that children cling to. Where did the teddy come from? Who knows? I wouldn't be surprised if it popped into being at the very instant of the child's birth. That would make them twins, in a way. The year is 2025. Mid-March, to be precise. If it helps, here's a rough layout of the immediate area surrounding the child. You see? Ah, and there's our furry friend. Inch by inch. Inch by inch. Assuming the optimal path is followed, which in practice it rarely is, we're talking a distance of about 2 kilometers. By July 2025, the child will be here. By December 2025, here. It's been so long since the child saw Teddy, it barely remembers. The last time this miracle event occurred was 1,300 years ago. For context, our world was medieval back then. An Islamic caliphate was slowly encroaching into Byzantine territory. The conception of a united England was unthinkable. The Tang dynasty in China was eyeing far western opportunities along the Silk Road. All of that is to say, it was a very long time ago. Perhaps that is why the child is so eager to clasp its old friend. Perhaps that is why the child doesn't remember what comes next. This is the warehouse's funniest joke of all. Hide and seek. Its silly little mind breaks. It will cry for days and days and days. It will cry until it is so exhausted it can hardly cry any longer. Silly Teddy. Silly child. Once you're done crying, you know what you need to do. The only thing you can do. Keep crawling. Keep crawling and scraping and slinking your way from room to cold, hard room. Who knows how long it will take this time? In a week, it will hardly remember why it's still crying. It has a simple mind and a feeble memory. The warehouse plays a funny game. It's called hide and seek. And when the child has crawled a foot, it's only been a week. And when the child has crawled a yard, it's only been a year. And when the child has found its friend, it only ends in tears.